Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't. Check. Double up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
21. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Hurd. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Let's get off the field. Switch.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They toss to Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Check. Crunch. Ready.
Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, is it? Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate either.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
20. Come on, baby. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Big hold to the 30. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And all the way up to the 46. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ryan on target there to Sanu. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Let's make these babies cry.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
39. Watch 57.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Hurd, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Chambers, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Got it.
21-0 our score after 1.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Hard, hard.
Check your hot read. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Shoot.
2nd and 14. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now back to throw. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 99. Check
This is Freeman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
57, Mike 57.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 53's mine. I'm coming after you.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Hey, turn it up. Pick the edge. Come. 45's the mark.
Big grip.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose. And the Falcons grab it. And some space here. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 4.
Gone.
Bang. Kill.
Swing.
He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Wild Bill.
Hey, Sam off.
Check. He's coming. We got double up.
2nd and 3. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
In your face.
Set. 8, read.
45.
Leo.
Check 37.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 13.
Ready.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and their lead will swell up to 28. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ryan buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now.
He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Hey, South.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Rock it.
Back to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll run on the draw. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Just like that. No.
At the Falcons,
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Jet.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the double.
To Mike. Check, 45 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Tighten up. You go tight. You got tight.
Recon, 132 fighter, on the ball.
45, check Mike 45. All day.
Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Falcons 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan caught by Sanu. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Check 52, 51, sub.
Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Whip.
A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Ready, like 25.
Check 53's Mike. They can't hang with us.
22. Go.
And we got Mike.
Let him go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Ryan, he's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
59,
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second down, it's Rodgers. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready? 60 on. Fire.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Ready? 10 logo.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you
Now.
They'll run on first down. Chambers. A second broken tackle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Ryan. It's caught. Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons claw one back. Parkey adds the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Played. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Watch the screen.
Hey, white.
57 to Mike.
Hey, foxtrot. Let him go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. But now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
60 outlaw.
Focus, defense, focus.
Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's Chambers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, be ready. 25.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Team 6.
54.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Throw left side, complete. That's 4th. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
25.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everyone.